Yo, what's good, YouTube? If you guys did not already hear, 2K for season 2 released a patch that changed everybody's build. Go look at your build. Your badges are probably all messed up, so we need to recreate my original post score. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get right into it. Position is still gonna be center, left or right hand, your preference. Jersey number does not matter. We're going with the same pie chart, this one right here, the mostly green secondary blue pie chart, and the same physical, the second one from the top. The attributes is where things are going to change a little bit. I'm going to show you guys two variations of this build. One is going to have a max 3 and it is going to be able to consistently hit the 3-point shot. And one is not going to have a 3-pointer at all, but it's going to have more badge points. So it's going to come down to your preference on do you want to be able to shoot the 3 or not. So either or, both are very good, but it's going to be slightly different than my original build. And that's because they made it so the wingspan, height, and weight now affect your badge counts on the game. We'll get into it here in a little bit. I'm gonna show you guys both these variations, starting with the 3-point shot. Max out your close shot, stand and dunk, post hook, mid-range, 3-pointer, and free throw. And then you're gonna max out your post control, and then max out your defense for rebounding, block, and interior defense. With these leftover points, we need to get at least 3 playmaking badges. 4 unpluckable, it's a must-have. We only get 2 right here, so we need to take away 3 from our close shot, put that on pass accuracy, and that's going to give us 4. Now I know I said 3, but once we change our wingspan, we're going to end up with 3, just trust me. So this is how it's going to look. Moving on, we're still going to choose a built body shape, 7'3" for the height. The weight is still going to be 288. The reason for 288 is we get a little bit extra vertical and acceleration without losing any interior defense, so it's a win-win. And then the wingspan, this is crucial. Make sure you do 95. 94 gives you 18 shooting badges. 96 and 97 give you 18. For whatever reason, 95 exactly gives you 19 shooting badges. I don't know why it's like that, but that's how it is. So this is the full build. It's pretty much all the exact same attributes as my original post score. We're gonna go with post take. The only difference is gonna be the badge count is a little bit different. Let's go to test build. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Because we changed our wingspan, weight, and height, we now have this many badges: 20 finishing, 19 shooting, 3 playmaking, 8 defense. My original build had 21, 23, and 8. So that's really the only difference. You keep all the same attributes. You really just lost 1 finishing and 1 shooting. If you make it exactly how my original build was, you're not going to get that many badges. So this is the better way to make it now. After the update for season 2 is to get this many badges. This is how you need to make the build. You're going to sacrifice a little bit of close shot to still get 3 playmaking. And this is how it's going to turn out. But now let's go back. Let me show you guys again a different variation of the build now with this new system that you guys can go with no 3-point shot and still make it a really cool post. So let's load it up again. So everything's going to be the same. We're still going to be centered, the same pie chart, same physicals. The only difference here is we're going to get rid of our 3-point shot and put this on free throw instead. And now, as you guys can see, we now have 23 shooting instead of the 20. So that's really like the only change you're going to make. Another thing you guys can do is you can drop it down here to 22, throw it in your close shot, get the 21 finishing. And then this is pretty much how the build is going to look. So let's move forward again. Built 7'3", still going to go with 288. And then we're still going 95 to maximize our shooting. Post score takeover. And then we're going to still get the same name, interior force. But when we look at our badges are going to be a little bit different. Instead of only having 19 shooting badges, we now have 21. And we also have 21 finishing. And we still have the 3 playmaking and a defense. So this variation, without the 3-point shot, you do get 2 extra shooting and 1 extra finishing. So it's up to you to decide, do you feel like you need the 3-point shot or not? Now, I don't personally think that 2 extra shooting badges are really that useful. I think 19 is just fine. If you looked at my badge video, the only change I would make, instead of Hall of Fame, Green Machine, I would go with gold. So I think 19 is just fine. 20 finishing badges I think is just fine. But if you want the extra badge points, you don't plan on shooting the 3-point shot at all, this is probably the better one for you. So that's the 2 variations. That's the new builds. I know a lot of people are very upset that 2K did this and changed everybody's builds, but it is what it is. Make the best of it. The real question though is, do I think it's worth completely remaking your build to make these changes? No. If your build is already maxed, you get to keep all your badges. So that's a W unless they patch it or change it. You do get to keep your badges. If the build's not maxed yet, they do limit your badges. So if you haven't maxed it, I would say maybe consider remaking it so you guys can get as many badge points as possible. But it's up to you. It's up to you. If you're only losing like 1 badge point, it sucks, yeah. But it's probably not really worth regrinding a whole build if you're already almost done maxing it and you're right there at the end. I would just keep your build. But that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Real quick, I decided I did want to add just how I would use these badges, because I know someone's gonna ask in the comments, now that you made these changes, got these new badges, what would you do with them? So let me show you real quick. Again, the finishing, I personally would go postman technician first, drop stepper. That's another question I get, is what order should you upgrade them? Postman technician first, and then I would go with drop stepper, then I would go with fast twitch, probably mouse in the house, fearless finisher, and then with the rest of these points, I'd probably put them on at this point unstrippable, maybe back down punish if you want to use that, or you can even use rise up. Those are the different badges that I personally will put on my build. And then the shooting badges, first things first, I would go with fade ace, and then I would go with hot zone hunter, and then I would go with green machine, and then I would go with difficult shots, then lucky number 7. And then this last point, me personally, this added point, I would throw it on clutch shooter. Bronze clutch shooter is really good. I don't think anything else in this category is really going to help you too much, so this is what I would go with if I had my post build with 21 instead of 20 badges. The playmaking still unpluckable on gold, and then my defense is going to stay the same as I've talked about in previous videos. Depending on what game mode you're playing, it might change, but for ones, what I like to run is intimidator gold, chase down artist bronze, rim protector on silver, and then clamps on silver. So this is what I personally run for ones. If you want to use this build on the twos, I would go with intimidator gold, chase down bronze, rebound chaser gold, and then probably rim protector on bronze. This is probably what I would use it for on the twos. I would not use this build for threes. I do get that question a lot as well. This build is going to be very, very slow for the threes. It's not going to be super reliable. Post scores in general are not going to be too great on the threes, even if you're fast, just because the way threes are played, it's so reliant on the 3-point shot. The team that hits more 3-pointers almost always wins. So even if you shoot 7 for 7 in the post, if they shot 7 for 8 from the 3, they won the game. It's already over. You only have 14 and they won the game with 21. So I would not use this build for threes. Fives, I do think it can be used. There might be some better builds. If you are going to use a post on fives, though, I highly recommend running with an organized team that understands how to do like a 4-out-1 in. If you're not running a 4-out-1 in, this build is not going to do too well on the fives. It's already slow. You're going to need some good defenders to compensate for your defense on this build. So keep that in mind if you do want to use it on the fives. I think it could work. Is it going to be the best build ever on the fives to center? Probably not, but it's a decent option if you do want to use a post on the fives if you're running a 4-out-1 in. So that's the build. That's everything for it. The badges, the 2 variations. Like I said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Come check out my Twitch if you haven't already. I'm streaming there every single day. I use this build and a lot of other builds. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if I should remake any of my other builds for you guys. I don't know how many of the other builds you guys use. I know you really like the post build. Let me know if you guys want to see the other builds as well, remade post patch. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.